Right. You
Hello.
are live.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Hang on. Where's the comments? Oh, hang on. Why can I not? Oh, because there just aren't any.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, why can I not see any comments? Well, because there aren't any.
Uh-huh.
All right. So Tina and I have now. Tina, have you ever read Jane Eyre? You never have, right?
No, I have not. I really
Okay.
haven't read any classics really, so no Jane Eyre.
I haven't read Jane Eyre, but I feel like I did try to watch the Netflix show, and I
Okay.
couldn't. It was too scary. It was like
Oh,
dark and
scary.
scary, so I couldn't do it.
Is Jane Eyre the one? Like I know of classics, right? Like they're very common in our society, but so Jane Eyre the one with like the wife in the attic. Is that
I don't know. Mika knows. Mika loves Jane Eyre.
Okay.
Mika, is it the one with the woman in the attic? All I know is it's Mr. Rochester. Like somehow she falls in love with some dude named Mr. Rochester,
Okay.
who I think is her employer. And they live like she's a governess or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they live in a creepy house on a creepy, like on the moors or something.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I
I think
I'll
there's
see.
one there. Ghost, right?
A ghost.
There's one I know that there's a kind of creepy like gothic kind of classic romance thing with like a ghost that's haunting the man of his like love interest. And I think there's one where there's someone in an attic where there's like a wife in an attic kind of situation. I don't know if they're the same one or not.
All right. I feel like Mika has confirmed that there may be a woman in the attic, but it's best if we don't know about that.
Let's pretend that there's no women in an attic.
All right. I don't know anything about it, Mika. I don't know anything. Hey, Christina. Starting some book club. Love with the like button. All right. Thank you. Yeah, let's do it. Oh my God. Okay. So Tina finished Jane Eyre last night.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, Tina, if there's a woman in the attic, we don't want to know about it.
Yes. No one knowing about the woman in the attic. One attic.
Yes. We're not supposed to know about her for a while. Well, what
no. Okay, so that was a spoiler.
It's like a retelling, isn't it? Like Salt and Broom, it's like a retelling of the story, maybe. So maybe we start. Maybe the narrator is the woman in the attic.
Maybe.
Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I'm kind of excited though. I feel like I love doing this with you guys. I love getting all in the same book. We're all on the same page. And it's like we're discovering it at the same time. Like this is my favorite kind of book club where everybody reads a little bit and then you talk and you figure it all out. And then you all go away and read another one. And then figure it out.
Yes.
Because you don't miss anything, right? No. It's when you have to talk about 300 pages.
Yeah.
Time, it can be a lot. So I like this, that we can break it down and do it just bit by bit by bit.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Who's a neglected, abused child?
Like the main character in the story. Like
which story? Jane Eyre or this
Jane
story?
Eyre? I would assume
I know. Oh my God, I'm still trying to get over this, whatever it was, not COVID. Forget about the women. Okay, we're forgetting about it. We're all forgetting about it. Mika's like, stop. Stop. We're forgetting about the women. Okay, for Mr. Rochester. Okay, so there's a bunch of little women. Okay. The book is not Little Women.
No, it's not.
No. Oh my God. All right. So before we start spoiling everything for ourselves.
Sorry about that.
Is everybody here that's coming, do you think? I don't know.
I don't know. Let me see. So Kenny started it earlier. Kenny started the book already this morning, like an hour ago.
Okay. So she's going to join us like maybe when we're through whatever part of it is that we're going to talk about.
I guess, yes.
All right. Christina's talking about Jane Eyre.
Okay. So
who we don't know. Well, we don't know who the narrator of this book is.
Yes. Yes. And I don't know. I don't think you need to read a retelling. You probably don't need to know a lot about the original story. So I don't think it might not matter.
Here's what I propose. I propose we read.
Okay.
And then if we're all confused at the break, we'll like have Mika and Christina, who know about Jane Eyre, catch us up on where we're confused.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Which I hope that it won't depend on Jane Eyre, because that would be sucky.
I do too. But I just finished a book that was like a retelling of The Great Gatsby. And I was like, I feel like I got to read The Great Gatsby again because I'm a little bit confused about what's going on. But then in the end, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Hey, Skylar. Or almost said Sky. Sorry. Hey, Skylar. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Let's see. Nicole from Dusty Book Sniffers is reading with us, but it's 2 a.m., so she may chat later. Oh my God.
Yeah. I think it's like, I think it's even a little bit later because she's I think she's 15 hours ahead. I think now, so it's actually 3 a.m. for her.
Is she in Australia?
Yes, Queensland. So it's like Queensland. We moved back. She stayed the same time, so it's now 15 hours.
Okay. Oof. Well, maybe we'll catch her when she wakes up in the morning at the end of our sprint.
Yeah.
Skylar just won a Kindle. Oh, that's awesome. Have you started using it?
That's a good question. Have you set it up? What's going on with that? Yay.
That was why I reread Jane, so I would remember just in case.
Okay, we're good. We have our fresh encyclopedia of Jane Eyre ready to go.
Good. 14 hours of Jane Eyre. Oh no, they're 14 hours ahead of us. She's 14 hours ahead. Well, of you. Of me, I guess she's 8 hours ahead. Yeah, daylight savings.
Yeah.
All right, Mika says, congrats to Sky. I know. Okay, Sky. Just finished reading Scream for us.
Ooh,
on it. Oh, all right. Did you download? Do you have Salt and Broom on there?
Good question. It is on Kindle Unlimited, and the audiobook is there too. That's how I'm reading it. Yes. Did you like Scream? I don't want to start a conversation on something. Did you enjoy Scream for us? Did you like that?
Tina, are you getting us off our topic?
I'm not trying to. I'm just curious because it is a bit of a. I've heard that it's a bit of a crazy book. I've never heard it. It's a Halloween. It's like a masked. It's like a Scream retelling. Like it's
we're all about the retellings of this group lately.
Yes. It's like a horror movie, killers as a romance.
Oh my God. Oh, what?
Like Scream, Michael, Jason, right? All of those guys with a girl, I think.
All in a romance? Oh.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. That's not.
Christina, your husband is reading it too.
Ooh, yay. Okay.
Ooh, well then you'll have lots of things to talk with him about.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Okay, she's going to download it right now. Good. There's the answer to your question, Tina. Why not 5? Now I'm taking us off the topic.
Sorry about that. But I'm glad you liked it.
I had to buy the audio. I think that's because I got this book for first reads in October. Oh, you bought it for first reads and now we're getting it on Kindle Unlimited. Oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But first reads, isn't that only like $1.99 or something like that?
All right.
I haven't done first reads in a while.
I haven't ever.
This other stuff like that I've been reading. So I just like delete the email when it comes in all the time because I'm like, I have too many other things. I'm not doing first reads. But I feel like the first reads are only like $1.99 or something, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I've never heard of first reads. Is it like a NetGalley situation, like an ARC?
No, it's Kindle. Okay. Or Amazon. I guess it's Amazon. I don't think you have to have Prime because I don't have Prime. But I've had Prime in the past, so maybe they don't know that I don't have Prime anymore. I don't know. Yeah. All right, Mika is highly recommending The Eye Affair.
Okay, that sounds kind of creepy.
Oh my gosh, the Simmons family is just reading all of the classic books.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
off. Not a lot of the dialogue and plot. Interesting. Okay. This is the eye one, right? The blind eye. What's it called? The eye affair. The blind eye. The eye affair takes place in an. Oh, I love alternate like history, alternate whatever. Alternate 19.
Ooh.
Where literary detective Thursday Next pursues a master criminal through the world of Charlotte Bronte's 1847 novel Jane Eyre.
Girl.
Mika. No wonder everybody's voting for Salt and Broom. They're like, we're all about the Jane Eyre. Oh my God. Okay.
Eyre. Okay, sorry. I read that. I'm reading new comments. Go ahead, keep going.
Sorry. I wanted more of the characters, but the next book in the series dives into all of that. Okay.
Yes.
No, First Reads is free. Okay. Oh, but here we go. But the audio was, maybe that's what I was seeing, the audio. It was $1.99. I don't know. I had that in my head, $1.99. Okay, cool. Good. You get a free book every month. In January, you get 2. Oh wait, not be deleting these emails is what you're telling me. That I'm like, oh, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. They're giving out free books and I'm just deleting? Christina, this is like information that I needed to have. It's like 6 months ago. The eye affair. Oh, Eyre affair, not the eye affair. Oh, that's what you were saying. You're reading ahead. How are you reading ahead?
I didn't mean to. I just saw that and I was like, wait, what? I like put it together. I'm gonna move the comments.
So like on the side of my screen where the comments are, it's so small that I literally can't even see them.
Yeah.
Until you pull them in.
Yeah. And I like with the StreamYard app for like guests or whatever, it's so easy to read, so easy to see the comments there. Like typically when I'm on guests, whatever they do it, I can't see the comments at all. So I can't do that. I'm like, put them away. I'm gonna click the button and move them away.
All right, so it's the Eyre affair. Interesting.
Yes.
All right, now I feel like I got to go back and read more about what this is. So I'm going back. Okay, it takes place in an alternate 1985 or 18, whatever, where literary detective Thursday Next pursues a master criminal. Oh, okay, this sounds interesting, and I kind of don't understand it. But I might have to check it out. Christina says, I have to read that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Skylar's got Salt and Broom. Everybody's got Salt and Broom.
Yes.
The affair is hilarious. Different books pursue literary. She has a pet dodo named. What's a dodo? A bird?
I think so. Yeah. Right. Like a dodo bird, right? Yeah.
Named Pickwick. Oh my gosh. All right. So everybody's downloaded. Downloading the audio. Okay. Skylar, are you going to read or listen?
Yes. Good question.
And while you're thinking about that, Tina, why don't you look at your audiobook and figure out how far we should go?
Okay. So opening credits. Let's see. You want to read for like what? If I click on Leaves of Tea, so read like basically the first technical chapter, that's only 10 minutes at the speed I'm listening to. But I'm probably going to speed it down, turn it down. I don't know though. Okay. I haven't do it. Why
don't we read like 30 minutes?
Okay. So that's 10 minutes. If we go past that first really short chapter.
Yeah.
We've read for 30 minutes. Okay. So I guess stop at Thornfield Hill, and that would be exactly 30 minutes. But I don't know how long if I'm gonna need to slow this audiobook down or not. But we'll see. That's exactly 30 minutes at 2.5 speed.
Okay, so let's read all the way through interlude. Stop at the end of interlude. Do not read Thornfield Hall.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And then type in the chat when you're finished. But it should be about a half an hour. So
Okay,
let me look at this banner. Okay, we are reading Salt and Broom. Oops, Salt and Broom by, who wrote this book?
Sharon
Lynn Fisher.
Lynn Fisher, yes.
Salt and Broom. For this print, we are reading from the beginning through the end of oh, now I'm over. Okay. All right, let's get rid of that word. We're reading Salt. Let me move this.
Maybe just like we're reading to the end of interlude.
We're reading. We're starting at the beginning. And stopping at the end of, what's it called? Interlude. Yes. Interlude. Probably be ready to talk at, ready to discuss. I'm trying to, 2 letters to discuss at. So a quarter till 10. Why don't I say 10 till?
All right.
Around 10 till the hour. Oh, I have 4 more characters. All right. Save. And then how do I show? Okay, there we go. It's going to stay up there and we'll be able to see it. So yeah, so read up through the end of interlude. And then when you're done reading, put done in the comments, and then we'll know when everybody's done. Like if for whatever reason it takes everybody 10 minutes.
Yes. Or longer,
Or longer. Yeah. But that's our plan for now. Oh my God, I'm so excited. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
I know not everybody is done, but like Sky and Christina, how close are you? Like, are you close enough that we should wait for a little bit longer?
Or maybe we could, maybe depending where they are, maybe we could only talk about that part.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Because hello, Kenny is halfway done.
Yeah.
Ken, you always do this to us.
We picked a book that you didn't read this time, so that we can read it together.
All right, so I'm laying down a strict no future information rule.
Yes, do not tell us anything at all, Kenny.
No, like, oh, wait till you hear what happens to Mr. Rochester. Like, no.
No.
We already know there's someone in an attic somewhere. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh, wait, Skylar only has 9 pages left.
Okay.
Christina's on Otherworldly. So Christina's in the chapter ahead.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, do you want to keep spreading, let them read, or no? Yeah.
Or we talk through Otherworldly.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
How quickly can you guys finish Otherworldly? Sky, are you through Otherworldly?
Otherworldly is if she's listening on 1 point. Let me just like turn it down to 1.5 and we'll see how that is. Okay. 1.5. Otherworldly is, I don't know, 50 minutes left. Okay, yeah, it's about 10 minutes long.
Oh, that's what Skylar just said, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we wait 10 minutes, come back in 10 minutes and talk all the way through Otherworldly?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Ooh, that means I could probably make some cookies while we wait.
Yes, make those cookies. Maybe
Oh no, it actually means I can't because like they'll still be cooking and I'd have to run away. All right, good. Oh, saved me.
Okay, so keep reading, guys. Keep reading.
All right, we're back in 10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I think everybody is done with otherworldly. Yay!
Yes.
All right, let me scroll back up here in the comments because I know Mika had a ton of stuff to say.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, I try not to read much of it. Like I was like, I don't want to.
I know. I was like, ooh, Mika's got a lot going on, and I was like,
yes,
okay.
So just like, what are your initial thoughts? Like, what I mean, I don't know. It was just not what I was expecting at all, to be honest, from the book.
Me neither. And my initial thoughts were, this is going to take longer to read than I thought, because the language, like it took me a minute
Mm-hmm.
to get into the rhythm of the language.
Okay.
As opposed to like the other books that we read, they were super easy, like simple, like whatever. This was a little more grown up. That's not the right word. Right? A little more educational, maybe more like high school literature class writing.
I think for me, it was going really quickly. I was like,
really?
For me processing, I was going really quickly, but I think we're going to have a lot more to talk about than we ever have before.
I agree.
I think that the talking is going to be the longer part. I think that there's going to be some big discussions of like feminism in the book, because like women and the way they're treated in society. I think that's the only thing I'm thinking about right now. Yeah.
So you think maybe we should read fewer chapters, fewer sections?
Yes. Because I think that what we read, like, I don't know. I think that what we read, we should read maybe shorter bits, I guess. And also I was doing it, I was like counting for you guys at 2.5, which I had never done before. I was always doing it at 2. So I'll do that. I'll move it down to 2 to give you a time frame. So I don't know, I feel bad for Christina. Like, listen, like, you don't have to speed up your audio.
Christina's like, I can't read at 2.5 speed. Where's that? Where's that coming? I saw it. Hang on.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Somehow I'm all the way back up at the beginning on the comments. Oh, here we go. I can't read at 2.5 speed, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't either. I read it like Vivian speed. That's my speed. I don't know what it is, but
your speed is so quick. It's like 2.53 speed. Like,
no,
you finished first.
This time, there were parts where I was like, maybe it's like you said, where I felt like I was reading, things were going too fast, and I had to be like, okay, you need to like slow down, and read, like go back and read that again, because like what is going on?
I had it slow down a little bit in the beginning, and then I got it back up to 2.5. I think that it's getting through, like, woo, 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 it's getting quickly. I'm like, okay, I'm like enjoying it, but I think there's gonna be a lot of
thing. Like I kept wanting to like, okay, come on, let's go, what's next? But I like it so far. I really like it so far.
Yes, definitely. I'm liking it. Honestly, I've been very worried. I'm like, I'm not gonna like this book. Why am I doing this? Why? I'm not gonna like this book. It's going to be bad, and it's not gonna be for me. And now I'm like, ooh, it's real good. I'm really liking it.
I really, really do. So all of you people that voted for this, I was not someone who voted for this, but
I was not either.
You guys were right. It's a good book. I'm in.
Yeah, you guys are definitely right. I'm very grateful for you guys forcing us to read this book.
Yes. All right. So Mika says, in the original book, I had the impression that Jane was rather plain. The way he just described her, delicate and elfin with glossy hair, is not how I pictured Jane.
Okay.
I have to say I agree, and I haven't read the book, but just from watching the first 10 minutes of the Netflix movie. No, I probably got like 30 minutes in. Yeah, she seemed like she was just much younger. I didn't picture her being a 30-year-old woman. How often do you find, especially in the classics, that the main female character is a 30-year-old woman.
Yeah.
I feel like mostly you find these like 18 to 24-year-old ingenues like running around, right?
Yeah.
But I love that she's not that 30 is old.
No. But more
But
mature, I guess, right? Like, not like basically a child. Like, that's not. I don't know, I think a lot of books, they center around younger people, or let's say younger women when they center around women, right?
yes,
When
love the
he's almost 40, right?
yeah,
Do you know? Okay, well, that's not only that's a spoiler. You do find out that in the last one, in like the last one we were going to read, that he is 38, right? Yeah.
which is actually not a terrible like age difference. And
No.
does Mika talk about this? The age difference didn't see like my impression of the original was that the age difference was big. Like it was like 20 or 30 or 40-year age difference.
Or maybe like maturity level, like he's some like old creepy dude and she's like doesn't know anything and stuff like that. Like they're just like they're in different worlds kind of, and I feel like they are, right? In a way. They are like he's very rich, he's very like esteemed or whatever you want to call him. Is that the word? And she's just like a poor witch who like was raised in a boarding school.
Yeah.
Like that's what she is. And I don't know. But I am liking it. It's also very more romance heavy than I ever thought it would be. It is gonna be this book's gonna be a romance book.
Sorry, Mika.
Yeah, you're the one who voted for it. Okay, you're the one who voted for it. Matt, you voted for it. I'm pretty sure you did.
Now, did it throw you guys off that it was Jane Aire instead of Eyre? Like the very first sentence or something is like air or what? I was like, wait a minute, is that her name?
It's pronounced the same. I would like it's like the audiobook.
The same.
I didn't notice any like it was pronounced air. I didn't know that it was spelled differently.
Now, is this because this isn't a book that's in the public domain, and so you can't use the actual characters? But isn't Mr. Rochester is the exact same character?
Yeah, and I think maybe make her Scottish or Irish.
Oh, maybe
that's what. He says that, right? He says, "Aren't you Irish or something like that, or Scottish?"
Yeah, your name is Scott. Are you a Scot? Are you actually a Scot?
Yeah. So I guess the spelling might be to make her have different ancestry. Maybe instead of like English or whatever.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. All right, we gotta roll. Mr. Rochester is also not an attractive man in the original.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, he's described as not a handsome man.
Okay, well, I think in this story it's a bit different.
I think in this story, it's a story about the beautiful people.
Yeah.
One of the things I always liked, that they were two peculiar people brought together by more than just looks. Yeah, sorry, Mika, but these are the beautiful people, and they're going to fall in love.
They are going to fall in love. I was like, what's going to happen? Like, what's this book even going to be about? And then, like, at the beginning, I'm like, this feels like a romance book. Like, no one cares about the plot. She's just being sent to this guy's house. What's going to happen? And then they meet, and I'm like, okay, I know the plot now. I know exactly what's going to happen. And I'm honestly like, I don't know. I've never really read like a historical, like, I don't really read historical romance. I never really read historical romance. So this could be interesting, especially with witchcraft. I feel like it's like kind of Outlander-esque.
The witchcraft thing is interesting because I don't think that was part of the original. Well, what am I saying? Like I'm talking about the original Jane Eyre. Like I have any idea what I'm talking about. I do not. But I didn't. Yeah, like the witchcraft part. I didn't. I'm not sure what to expect from all of that.
No.
I didn't know what to expect either.
Yes, we are very blindsided by this book.
I like it, but it's very descriptive. It is, and hard to understand the language, not modern. Yeah, that's what I felt too. Skylar, are you reading it or are you listening to it? Because I wonder if that's the difference.
Yes, because for me, it felt like it flowed super quickly. It was like reading any other book. Like I have a pretty hard time reading like historical books, and then I have to slow them down, like I did with Outlander. But this one is like it's just flowing. I'm listening to it 2.5. I'm fine, and it's just like it's going. I guess it might be like having to read those wordy words that is getting
wordy words. Yeah,
yeah.
it's full of wordy words.
Yes.
Which is like fine. I read a lot of books with wordy words. But yeah, so I'm glad I'm not the only one. Skylar, thank you. And yes, that beginning, the plot, I'm glad you thought that it went really quick too.
Yeah, definitely.
It's more like the writing. Yes.
Okay.
I definitely felt like it was the writing of like the classics, like the stuff that you would read in high school or college in your English literature class, where it's like more highbrow or something. Is that the right word? I don't know. Wordy words. That's a better way to say it. We've got the wordy words. Okay, Skylar agrees. We're gonna read shorter parts.
Definitely, yes.
Not so much because you're a slow reader, because I don't think you are, but because there's gonna be like so much to talk about within like maybe we just do 3 chapters, whatever. We'll do something.
The next 2 chapters are pretty chapters are pretty short. I mean, we've like some of us have already read it, so maybe like I don't know, but I guess we'll figure that out when the time comes for spring, right? But yes.
Okay. The original Jane was also very feminist for the time and very witty. Oh, good. I like the book.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. How are we doing? Kenny, we're doing great. Kenny, no spoilers because you're halfway through. No hints, no nothing.
No nothing.
Don't read anymore. Kenny, you're not allowed to read until we catch up to you.
You can find another book to read. Okay, find another book.
What chapter are you on? What is like 50? What chapter are you getting ready to start? And do not start it.
So, I think we are at least like if I include the 2 chapters that we read and some people didn't, that's 14% in.
Oh my God, Kenny knows so much more. Kenny, you're on dangerous ground here.
So like it's interesting that like maybe it is the audiobook, like listening to it at 3x speed. Maybe it is the audiobook that makes it feel so like flowing fast, because I very, very rarely read at 3 times speed. And so it's like that is for a book that's like very flowing, very fast paced, very like getting into it. I'll put it up to 3x speed. I did it yesterday and I read it. That book was crazy. Anyway, not the point. The point is that if it's very flowy, then I'll do it at 3x or higher than 2.5. So I guess it's the audiobook that makes it feel like faster.
I feel like there is so much description happening.
Yes.
That I feel like I need to really, really slow down and be like, okay, wait, what is this about? What's going on? Whereas normally I can kind of just like flow through that. I don't know. Okay, Skylar. Yes. Did you already go to the bathroom? I bet you did.
Yes.
There's a lot of difference in this book as well. The whole abuse. Kenny.
Okay.
We're not in the abuse and stuff.
Is that the attic thing? We're not talking about the attic or spoilers.
We're not talking about the attic. We're not talking about any. Oh, Jane. All right. So Jane is a little bit younger, not very much younger.
Yes.
In the original. Okay, that's good to know.
Yes.
Because like, yes.
What?
I'll try the audio for the next part we read. Oh, so yeah, maybe I'm curious when you try the audio, if you will be like, oh yeah, it's so much easier to like get into the language. I also like that she's older than most main characters. I like that.
Yes. I definitely like older protagonists. That's right. Yeah.
Oh wait, Christina's saying Jane was 18.
Oh.
So somebody's got a typo. Is it 28 or 18 in the original?
Maybe because, yeah.
Oh, and Rochester was in his 30s. Okay.
Yeah.
So
he's in his late 30s in this book, right? So maybe not the same. Okay.
Oh, she's 10? Oh.
Okay. So maybe like
the book starts much earlier in her life.
Yeah. Maybe like in the original book, her time at the school or her childhood where she's like an orphan, where she's orphaned or whatever, right, is abusive in the original book. And she's going through a lot there in like a Cinderella situation, right? Like a bad situation.
Is she a witch, an herbalist in the original book? Or is she just like a teacher, a regular? Because I got the impression that in the, you know what? We don't even need to talk about the original. We don't care. Do we care?
I
This is
do.
our question. I don't care. I'm reading this book, and this is what we're going to talk about.
Yes. Okay.
All right. They are 20 years apart.
Well,
But this skipped her first 10 years of living. Okay, she was
okay.
left. Yeah, so this is what we know. In this book, she was left at the school as a baby.
Yes.
All right, so what do you guys think of that? Like, of her origin story, that, like, she's just, like, dumped off at the, oh, hang on, let me get through all of these before we start. See, there's so much to talk about. We have to, like.
Yes. I definitely want to talk about the like the witching part and like the all of that.
We don't like this. The last name is throwing us off. That maybe that's what threw me off at the very beginning. It was like, wait a minute, the last name. Yeah. Kenny, 14-year-old me going through a Wiccan phase. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kenny, we got questions for you about the tea leaves. She's named after a Scottish river. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about that? I like that I like how she got her name, actually.
Yes.
All right. Tons of books use Jane Eyre as a character. I assume the difference might be because she is supposed to be named after the river.
Yeah.
Because she's
okay.
So she must not be a witch in the original. Kenny B.
Yeah. Also because it was a like contemporary book back then, right?
Yeah.
So maybe like let's not write about witches because
All right, we're all into this historical fiction. Christina doesn't care if there's romance.
I do.
I want romance. Do you know how long we'll be going for in total? 4 hours. So maybe 4 hours gets a little bit long for those of us in Europe.
Okay.
Maybe 3.5.
Okay.
Gives us another like 2.5. 7:30, 8:30, and that puts it like at Mika's bedtime and pretty close to my bedtime.
Okay. That works.
Yeah, like, oh my God, we have so much to talk about.
Okay, yes.
All right, reading. I'm serious, Mika. My Wiccan name was Phoenix.
Oh.
Air. Wait a minute. Where did this really?
Whoa. Okay, so like
okay, we do have some like stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
The stuff we thought was cool when we were in our teens. And that is a
yeah.
Right. Everybody say something that they thought was cool when they were a teenager, but now they're like embarrassed by it. Not embarrassed, but maybe embarrassed. I don't know.
Riverdale?
What is it?
Riverdale, the TV show that is bad, a bad TV show. It's not. Or I don't know, any TV shows that I should not have been watching when I was like a teenager. I would also say to the witch thing. I watched Charmed and I was a little bit obsessed with Charmed. a little bit too obsessed that it may have become. I liked lighting candles. I liked pouring wax on rocks. Let's not talk about it. Let's not get into it.
I know nothing about witchcraft.
Me neither.
Yeah, I think it's fair for me to say I know nothing. I'm intrigued by the idea of it, mostly because of this kind of witchcraft and of like the kind of witchcraft that's in like the Outlander books, where it really does seem like it's just like herbs and like medium kind of stuff where you can like
and like your own senses, like intuition and like gut feelings and stuff like that. Yeah, and I mean, it's a
like little spells that
yeah, and it's obviously it's a fictional story, right? But like, I don't know. I think that at the beginning of the book, I was like, it's not gonna be anything to do with actual like witchcraft or like magic or anything like that. It's just gonna be a woman with knowledge of plants that people think is a witch because they don't like women, right? That's what I was thinking. And then she's like, read my tea leaves. And I'm like, oh,
spills over people, and people get better, or
Yeah.
people like get worse, and they think she's cursed them, or like she does a love spell and people fall in love, but they were maybe going to fall in love anyway. But yeah, people are like, you're a witch, and she's like, maybe.
And pretty quickly, but I feel like pretty quickly it confirms that she is a witch. Like she is doing like tea readings and stuff like that, which I feel like is a little bit more than just like knowing that rosemary is healing or whatever. Because I mean, plants and like essential oils are like good, like they're really good for you, right? Like that has like vitamins and whatever in them. I don't know, but like
so when they start talking about like having the sight.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's something else. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Meek, I'd be forever grateful that nobody ever read my diary back then. Oh my gosh. I wish I still had my old diaries. I would love to like flip through those and figure out what kind of dork I was.
I was very like, if I watched a TV show, I like became the TV show. Like I started to pretend to be the characters, and like it got to that kind of point. So I'm glad that I don't have any of the things I used to write back then, because it was bad. Anyway, not the point.
All right, good. Kenny, you're done reading because you're so ahead of us.
Yeah, you're more than halfway through the book.
Anymore, but you should like skim back through what we're going to read, like the next part that we're going to read, so that you can like talk about the next part with us, but only the next part.
Yes. So I did that. I went back and I saw the part that was like a part that we're now stopping at like otherworldly, right? And the last moment is her being like, because you've never been in like you don't know love then, and Timmy like never speak of love, and that was like, whoa, this book's actually going to be a romance. Like this book's a romance book.
Yeah.
And we're interested in what's going to happen next.
I'm so curious about who. So this is where we have the advantage, right? Because we haven't even read the original. So we have no idea who he might be in love with, might have been in love with in the past.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
We have no idea, like, anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that gives us the advantage or the non-advantage. Ooh, Christina says she was 18. He's almost 40. Okay, so there was a little bit of a bigger age difference. And in the original, she was just a teacher, a governess. That's sort of what I thought too. So this magic witchy stuff is just for this book. Uh-oh, we lost Tina. All right. The aunt and the school, but we don't even get any of that in this book.
No. No.
Okay, good. Right. So in the first book, Rochester needs someone to teach his niece, which that I did know. But it seems like in this book, that's not.
Yeah, no. The reason is that what happens in the original book is she gets called to like this manor to do something. And so I guess the difference is instead of being a governess,
called to the manor to be a governess, to teach the kid. Like that's her job.
Okay.
All of this like mysterious magic stuff that she's supposed to be doing, I think is completely new.
Okay, cool.
Mika was obsessed with musicals. I love that.
Yeah.
Skylar was obsessed with guinea pigs.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's also another thing. I was very like, when I got interested in an animal, and I would do so much research. I mean, constantly just watching videos about like how to take care of hamsters and like the proper like the laws on taking care of hamsters in a bunch of countries, and like
just randomly. You don't have a hamster.
I got a hamster. I got a hamster, and then I got another hamster. But I wanted to get like 8 hamsters, but I only ever got 2. And I had I knew all of the like legal requirements for like the size cage they needed and what was proper and what wasn't, the food that would hurt them, the food that wouldn't. Because I was a weird child who was obsessed with things that no child should be obsessed with, especially when I was obsessed with QVC. This actually might be the weird thing.
I loved, when I was in the US, I loved QVC. And HSN, I can't remember which one it was that I was like obsessed with.
QVC bought out HSN. So since I was a kid,
Oh.
they now are like, well, I guess they were two separate companies, but now they're one company.
And they're called XYZ.
No, they're called QVC and HSN.
Oh, okay. QVC, HSN. Oh my God, there's too many letters. All right, we're still talking about the old book that we don't need. Oh, 15 or 16 when you were obsessed with the guinea pigs. All right, that's old enough to know better. I'm kidding.
I was like 9 when I was obsessed with hamsters.
Ooh, Kenny and Tina were living parallel lives. Charm and the Craft, and I was so obsessed. Me and my friend even made our own book of shadows. We even thought we were going to have a family line that started with us. Well, you are going to have a family line that starts with, I mean.
They actually sell a almost real, basically the exact same thing, a book of shadows on Amazon. You can buy it. And it has all the pages, like the Cole page, it has all of the demons that they fought and how to kill them. My mom never bought that for me.
I feel like your mom was like, what's going on in this bedroom?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially because we're religious. My dad's stop doing that.
But we have witchcraft and hamsters. My kid is so weird. TV shows where the main character was supernatural and they have friends that were the nerdy one and the weird one that was into nature and hippie stuff. I was the weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to have been the supernatural one. Christina loves musicals too. Not some of the ones they have now that just have some music or is about music. They need ensemble, song, and dance numbers. So here in Portugal, Dear Evan Hansen is now on Netflix. And I'm so excited to watch it because I've been listening to the soundtrack for, I don't know, years on Spotify. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I get to actually see the movie, see the musical.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Skylar has her first diary. Oh, and it's sad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh no. I read that today. I don't know what Kenny read. It was a romance. Romance stories were different than they are now. Yeah. Yes. I feel like now it's all sexy time. We're having sexy time. It's not really even romance. It's just people going, oh, you look good. I'm going to make out with you now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It definitely has I feel like dark romance was kind of always a thing, but dark romance has very blossomed in the last couple years.
This isn't even dark romance. This is Colleen Hoover, right? It's they're just seeing each other and falling into bed and being madly in love. And I'm like, what? I mean, what I appreciate about this is Mr. Rochester and Jane didn't fall madly in love. They're just sort of how we would be if we were oh, okay, there's something there, kind of interesting, but
yeah,
I mean,
started
do my job, he's gonna do his thing. It's probably nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She advertised the position of governess. Yes. Mm. Is that Jane erotica? Kenny, you are hilarious. That's the tricky thing when you read retellings. You get stuff confused. Yeah. So look, Tina and I are at the advantage here in this group. We don't know anything. Maybe there won't even be someone in the attic. What erotica? That's not my cup of tea. Mika's not Jane.
Yeah, no.
Erotica.
That was the two requirements, right? Nothing too scary and nothing erotica. Those were two requirements for this book.
That was it.
Okay, yes. I as a 11, 12-year-old, I was I want my room to be a dorm room, and I want a laundromat, and I want a mini refrigerator in my room, and I wanted a Keurig for myself, and I got it, and a mini fridge, and I got it, and I also, what else did I get? I got a Halo Bolt, which is a gigantic battery charger.
And you were in 5th grade?
Yeah. And it has a car jumping thing on it, and you can jump a car with it multiple times. And I got it. And we use it all the time when the power goes out to like charge everything ever because it's massive.
Skylar, I feel so sad that your diary was sad.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, wait, what?
Those guinea pigs. Oh no. That is I no.
Perfect.
I haven't read it, but I know it exists.
Oh.
I don't know how it even came about. Just was grieving and clung to the first thing I thought would help me cope.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we do.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Skylar,
this is terrible.
Yeah. And like I've had like when I don't know, like when I don't know how long guinea pigs live, but like hamsters only live for 2 years. Mice only live for 2 years. So like if you get a hamster or a mouse or a gerbil, they're gonna die in 2 years, and you're gonna have spend all the time with them, and then that's it. It's just it's really sad having a hamster. That's why I don't think I'll ever get a hamster again. Is because
I feel like they need to warn you when you go to the store and like I'm assuming hamsters and gerbils and those like guinea pigs you have to buy at a store. It's not like you can get them at a shelter, because if they only live for 2 years, by the time they hit the shelter, they're already like.
Yeah, I guess you could rescue one or like go to a breeder, but if you go to a pet store, it's gonna be like they should. Also, at pet stores, they have horrible. I know a lot about hamsters. They treat them horribly, and they don't give them the proper things, and they like those little like habit trails are like awful for hamsters. Like they're like awful for them. Like that's not even close to the legal requirements in the U.S. or UK for hamsters. Like it's just not. It's bad.
All right. Well, here's something that's fun about Skylar's life. 21 pilots obsessed with. That's a funny thing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Yeah. It's crazy. My best friend and I pretended we were going to a boarding school. Mika, now this I feel like I can see happening.
Yeah.
We just showed up every morning and pretended we were living there.
Wait, you don't mean like actually pretend it like in your mind and in your room. No, you mean like actually went to a boarding school every single day, like a physical building, and like pretended to actually go there.
Okay, I feel like Mika, I don't know what's happening in Germany, but this is crazy stuff. It was a regular school, and you just pretended, you and your friend Gilbert just went and pretended like you lived there.
Oh, that's interesting.
You pretended like, oh no, it's a boarding school. We live here. That is hilarious. Oh no, Kenny is distressed. Guinea pigs are 5 or 6 years old.
Okay. Yeah.
They're old. They've had a good life. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of them on Facebook. Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. That's where you get okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. A rat that is a wizard? Is this something I'm supposed to know that I don't?
I don't know. I'm just assuming.
This is some kind of Harry Potter thing that I don't understand.
Maybe. Yeah, because if you get from them from like feed bins.
Mika, that does sound like a middle grade book plot.
Oh my gosh, it does. It definitely does.
You should write that for NaNoWriMo next year in November. You should write that.
Yeah.
Talking about Facebook, the games on there. I remember playing a Vampire Diaries one on Facebook. I missed that whole Facebook thing, I think. I'm too old for the Facebook games.
I remember some sort of Vampire Diaries episode game, like the game episode on your phone. I remember something about vampires on there, but I don't remember. I don't like to think about that in my life.
I know. All right, let's get back quickly.
Yes. Okay.
Here's my question then. Or Tina, do you have a question for us about the book that we actually read and the first few, however many chapters that we read? Do you have a question for us all to answer about the book?
I don't know.
Because I'm going to look to see if I have a question if you don't.
Okay. I don't really think I have that many. Like right now, I don't have a ton of thoughts so far.
All right, here's my question. What do you guys think is Mr. Rochester's problem that he needs a witch to come and solve.
Some sort of ghostly presence.
Yeah, because they felt it, right? When they were drinking or writing.
That is in the 2 chapters after, and he does say something in the last chapter we read that makes it very clear that it is some sort of dead person.
The ghost is doing, because he said like all of his hang on, let me make sure I'm not.
Could it potentially be this unknown white?
He says all of his
addict?
servants are going to quit. And
could
so
it be something
going on that the servants are like, I'm out of here. This is like too creepy.
Could it? I mean, could it? You know, do you want to talk about the fact that like let's not bring back to the original book, like kind of. Oh my. Just trying to like talk and also read this comment.
Wait, what's Kenny saying? All right, so hang on. That's all I'm confessing today, Tina or Kenny says.
Those are things that I'm gonna keep to myself. The fan fiction in my head. We're gonna not talk about that.
Fan fiction, not Animorphs. Oh, okay.
Animorphs. Oh wow. Okay, let's ignore Animorphs right now.
All right. I feel like this is an if you know, you know part, and I don't know. And I can't answer that without thinking about the original. So you don't know what the ghostly spirit or whatever it is. You don't know.
I'm thinking like I don't want to bring up spoilers. A spoiler I may know that we talked about earlier that might relate to the top of a building and some sort of partner. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I think it might be something. I think there's going to be some depth. It might be something about him not being able to be in love, like him being like, you don't know, don't speak of love.
Like maybe the spirit killed his lover.
Maybe.
And like people are just dying right and left, and that's why the staff are like, I'm out of here unless you do something.
Maybe it's like
interesting that he wouldn't say what it was.
Yeah.
Right? Like he wouldn't tell in his letter. He was like, no, I'm not saying anything about what it has to do. Maybe
what if it's like something to do with like his child being dead or something, like if he has like a dead child or something like that. Like maybe that's kind of pulling off the original with like the take care of my niece, and like the niece is dead and she's haunting the building.
And she's what? Hogging the building?
Haunting the building. She's hogging the building. We don't have no room in this house for me and the ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, something definitely happened to either the wife or the girl, like something. He probably had a wife, right? Something happened to her. And so like, did the ghost? Yeah, I guess we'll see.
We'll have to find out. Yeah.
We'll find out. Okay. So how about we just if we read 3 more chapters? Well, hang on. If we get to...
The thing is, the next 2 chapters are super quick. On regular speed, it's about 9 minutes and then 3 minutes. So on 2 times speed, let me go off 2 times speed. From there to...
So wait, we still have to do, some people still have to do interlude, Thornfield Hall, Shadow, Ghosts.
They have to do the one in between Other Worlds and interlude as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't even see that one there.
Yeah.
Okay. So inquiry and investigation, interlude, Thornfield Hall. How far?
Okay, let's see. Let's click on interlude investigation. At 2 times speed, we have 4 hours and 14 minutes left. And then if I go to the beginning of Shadows and Ghosts, is that what you want me to go?
Yeah.
4 hours and 20 minutes. Oh wait, what?
Wait, that can't be right. From 4 hours and 14 minutes to 4 hours, and that's more time.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Oh, 22 seconds. Okay. I thought it was saying minutes. It said seconds. Okay.
So that's like a 15-minute.
Yeah. Do you want to do that? And then maybe like if people need more time, we can, do maybe like a 30 minutes break, and then we can have it be more time on the end there.
Let's do that.
Another chapter.
Let's do inquiry, investigation, interlude, Thornfield Hall, shadows and ghosts.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Right? Okay, so let me write this down. Banners. We're starting at the beginning. We're starting at where we are reading from. What's it called? Inquiry and where's the end? And investigation through what just happened? Inquiry and investigation through the end of Shadows and Ghosts. Is that what I said?
The beginning of Shadows and Ghosts, or you want to go to the end of that?
Oh, I don't know. Through the end of Thornfield Hall. Okay.
Yeah.
Thornfield Hall. Okay, save. And here we go. All right, hang on, let me see. Am I missing any other like comments here that we need to do quickly before we move on? A mysterious force. Oh, yes, I know. This is like the big cool thing. It's like magic and there's mystery.
Yes.
22 seconds. None of them are 22
None
seconds.
of it. No.
Yeah. Christina's like, wait a minute. I don't know how fast you're listening to this. But 22 seconds is ridiculous. I admit that I like the investigation side in this. It was the original a little bit, but not as much. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be good, but I feel like you're right. You guys are going to have to like put the original a little bit out of your head.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Let's read through the end of Thornfield Hall, and we'll be back in like, I don't know, 20 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, probably quicker than that. But all right, I'll see you guys at the end of Thornfield Hall. Put done in the comments when you're done.
Yeah.
All right. We lost Tina for a minute, but I think everybody is done. Oh, Tina's back.
Sorry about that. My parents are, I think, just getting home from the store, so the dogs are going crazy out there. That's why I had to mute earlier, because my mom was telling me she was leaving.
Oh my goodness. All right. So I feel like I have to apologize because I did share something in the last part that was in that inquiry and investigation chapter that I totally forgot about. That was, yeah. Anyway, so, okay. Everybody is done. Let me see what we got here. Skylar likes the audio. All right. My laptop stopped the stream. I had to reload. Well, that's just rude of your laptop to do that. But you didn't miss anything, Christina, because we were just reading.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
well, I guess we know what's going on now, right? Like, it was just, I guess, like, we only read, like, us and Mika, we only read one chapter, right? And in that chapter, a lot was revealed.
A lot.
Yes.
All right. Does anybody have anything to say about what are the inquiry and investigation? Or I do, actually. So what do you think about Mr. Rochester? And does he have a first name, or am I just going to call him Mr. Rochester for the rest of it?
I don't know if we've known his first name yet. And we got to know that
Maybe
yet.
just calling him Rochester. Maybe I don't even need the Mr. I don't know. So what do you guys think about Rochester and Jane's meet cute?
I was very concerned at first. I was like, what if, sorry about that. What if,
what do you really think?
What if this is like a situation where like she doesn't get to prove her point and like she gets like arrested or something like that? And I thought that was going to be the book. But I'm glad that didn't happen. And I think it was very cute. And the minute, like it very quickly, I was like, okay, like halfway through like the little moment, I was like, okay, this is him. And she was like, oh, you're Mr. Rochester. He was like, oh, you're the witch. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I was like, I don't know that it's the super inventive meet cute, but it certainly did the job.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. It definitely was very predictable, but very cute.
Yeah, like for a minute, I was almost like, it's too predictable that it would be Rochester. And I thought maybe it's like something else, like you did. Mm-hmm. But then, pretty immediately, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, whatever. Yeah. So, all right. Let's just jump right to,
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So we find out, yes, Christina, the wife.
Yeah.
Mrs. Fairfax is maybe a witch too.
Which I think is interesting.
She has confidence in herself, right? She doesn't think of herself as a witch, does she?
I think she does. I would assume she thinks herself as like at least like some sort of like kind of close to a witch, or basically a witch. Yeah, I would consider it that. I think it's very interesting that almost everybody, we kind of find out in that chapter that everybody believes that there is some sort of magic or some sort of evil or some sort of haunting, et cetera, going on in the manor, the house, but she doesn't believe it. And it's kind of like little coincidences that might be odd, and also dead wife, right?
Yeah.
On top of all of that.
I mean, he has to sort of believe it. Mm-hmm. Because he does feel like when they ride the horse through the gates or whatever, mm-hmm. he does feel the chill, like the spirit. Yes. So he has to like sort of believe it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I like the fact that nobody immediately jumps to like supernatural stuff. It's all like, well, there must be an explanation for all of this going on.
And even she does, right? Like she I'm sorry about that.
I'm sure it's a dog. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys messing with the dogs out there.
In the original, who's Edward?
Oh, It was Edward
Oh,
Rochester.
Edward is the first name of Mr. Rochester. Okay. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
although I
Was
guess
there
when
suspicion going on? I don't know. It was cute. Yes.
this is cute, yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I definitely think it's going to be heavily romantic.
Yeah. Although maybe not, because Mr. Rochester just lost his freaking wife.
Well, do we know when she died? Did it say when she died?
Well, I mean, no, it doesn't say, but it seems fairly recent that all of the trouble has been happening, right?
Okay, yeah.
And interesting that all of the trouble starts happening after she dies. Do you think she is the spirit? And if so, why is she like yes, duh.
Yes. Yeah, I think that it being brought up together, right? Is her and then also the hauntings. I think that I don't know, I mean maybe we're supposed to think that it's her and then the plot twist is that it isn't her. Or is that too easy?
Like, I don't think it's her, because wouldn't she be like, she wouldn't be like killing people off or chasing people down, right? Wouldn't she be maybe like a loving presence?
Yeah. And she's very like, it's not she, we don't know who the ghost is yet, but very like tricking, very like maybe like just like weird behaviors, just like tripping someone down the steps and chasing a little boy and like very like little things.
But they're mean things. That's mean.
I mean, it's mean, but little, like she's not like holding a knife and stabbing people. Like she's not like using telekinesis to do that yet.
Like they put out like whatever, she had a pox upon the house and people almost died.
Okay, well, true. Yeah, true. I mean, maybe I was taking that a little bit too lightly then.
Yeah, a little bit too lightly. All right, Mrs. Fairfax thinks she's like, I think she thinks she's like a hedge witch, somebody who meddles. Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah, she's just like, she sort of does it, but doesn't really know what she's doing, maybe. She was taught by her family, passed down, which is historically accurate since there weren't schools, right?
Yes.
Right. True. I think I'm not believing in witches will be something to do with his wife.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Good theory. Very good theory there.
What's his theory?
Like maybe he's like so like I don't even want to talk about this concept because my wife like it's bringing up maybe a sore subject with that.
Yeah. So Mika brings up like he's got this family, the woman, although I guess it's not really his family, but like the woman whose picture is hanging in the manor has a whole room named after her.
Yeah.
Who like a witch or burned as a witch. Yeah, I think I'm skeptical. I'm like that. Skeptical about witches.
Yeah.
Although I can't rule them out.
Yeah.
I can't rule out the supernatural. But yeah, I'm skeptical.
Yeah. But I don't really like, I mean, this is like mostly about like, right, like this book. I don't know. I think I'm very like, I don't personally have any belief in witches or at least any good ones. Anything towards the sort of
like, bad ones, only the bad witches you believe in?
I am, I guess, pretty heavily religious, and so I don't really have a ton of belief in any of that or ghosts even really at all.
This is why I know nothing about witches. Because like they were, although witches are all over the Bible.
Yeah.
So
ever in a good way. That's I don't know that. I haven't, and I'm not sure, but I would assume it is not in a good way. Right. But I don't know.
Wasn't King David and Solomon, they were always consulting the mediums and the like the women who the seers, they were always consulting them about stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know either. All right, continue. Okay, so maybe the wife's spirit is trapped and can't fully pass on. And so she's like haunting the place, but in a mean way. Why is she being so mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I hate to go back to the original, but the wife was not a good love interest. She was different.
Okay. Because because if it's like she's haunting if it's like he's still like maybe he had like some strong feelings for her. That's true. That maybe it'll have a bit of a maybe difficult being a romance, right?
Strong feelings for her.
Yeah.
She's never gonna love again. So, ooh, but she was something else, huh? To put it mildly. All right.
So, interesting. Like it has very little, like it only has one romance tag on Goodreads, like fantasy, historical fiction, romance, gothic, fiction, historical, witches, retellings, paranormal, magic. So it doesn't really have a ton of, like, it only has one romance
I
tag.
wonder if this is gonna be I wonder if I think in the original they do like they do at the end get together. I don't know, but I'm curious. Mika's tried not to spoil it. I know. The word witch did not mean what it means now. The original definition of witch was wise woman.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Especially like in those times, so many words were so different. I think that's also kind of what the book is going to discuss a little bit, is like, is she a witch? I mean, I think I personally think that she is a magical witch, but I think that's where the story is going to go.
Jane is a magical witch.
Yes.
Okay.
Not like woo magical powers, but like I think she's really into it. And I think that the book might discuss the concept of being what she is and being just a woman who has knowledge, and how that is villainized in their society and the past of when, like, the burning time, or like the Salem witch trials, or witch trials in general.
Well, I also wonder how much, like, it seems a little bit like Jane has this imposter syndrome, right? Where she's like, I don't know if I'm even like capable of doing what it is that I'm supposed to do. So she has this like hero situation where she's not quite sure she's up to the task, right?
Yeah.
So Skylar's like, maybe the longer the wife is trapped between the two worlds, the less nice and loving and kind she becomes. And that's why the books keep getting meaner and meaner and meaner, right? It was just like, oh yeah, we're souring the milk, ha ha ha. Although people die from sour milk back in the old days, right?
Yeah.
Herself.
Yeah.
Oh, so in the original, he was tricked into marrying.
Oh, not love.
Okay, so we don't know here. But it seems like Rochester loved his wife only because he's like, am I the only one that thinks that? The impression for me was that he actually loved her based on his response to Jane's comment.
It seems like there was some feelings there. There was some, at least like family feelings, like nice, like, I love you, I want to be in your life. Maybe not, or maybe there's some deep feelings there because it was bad. It was a bad situation.
To be deep feelings, because like otherwise you don't swear off of love, do you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And yeah, maybe that swearing off love could be negative, right? It could be, I never want to love again. It could be about maybe having a child and losing them, or I don't know, something of the sort.
And Tina's like all into the child because you're thinking the child is in the attic somewhere.
Yes, I keep thinking like maybe, well, obviously now we know, the wife is dead. But like at least at first the hauntings seem a little bit like could be deemed as like childish, like tripping someone and chasing someone, but I guess like now we know the wife is dead. It's probably going to be the wife to be the ghost, probably, right?
All right, Skylar, I love that you have altered this comment because when I first read it, I was like, back then the men didn't do this. And they're like, okay, it's still the same thing.
Yes.
Ooh, maybe there's a third woman that he loved. Maybe we're thinking it's all about the wife. Maybe he killed the wife himself And that's what brought the ghost into the house. Because she was like, you killed me. No fair. I'm going to haunt you and I'm going to cause you trouble.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how to feel yet. I don't really know how to feel. I don't know enough to feel that much yet.
They're all like random guesses. Okay. Yes, but if he didn't love her in this one too, she could be vengeful.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So we know shenanigans are afoot. And we know that Rochester was married and that his wife died, which like set the shenanigans off. So
yes.
What are we reading next? How far are we going? What's another like 15, 20 minutes?
Okay. Do you want to do like, okay, let's see. So open article. Okay. Turn this down to 2 speed so we can go off that. Okay. So I have 4 hours left exactly at the beginning of Shadows and Ghosts. And then if I go past that, it is another about almost exactly 15 minutes would be, so 47. So it would be 3:47 minutes left at Blackthorn. And if you do that again, it's about another 30. So let's just read one chapter then.
Okay. So we are starting at, whoops, that's not what we're doing.
I guess we're just going to read Ghosts and Shadows.
Okay, we are just reading the one chapter, Shadows and
Yeah.
See you when we're done. Okay, save. I spelled it wrong. I have a spelling error. All right, we're good.
Okay.
All right. So one chapter. See you guys at Shadows and Ghosts.
Yes.
Done in the end. When you're, oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. We got comments here that I want to read.
Okay.
Where am I at? That he left. Women were the healers because they've been. Oh, come back. Because they. Oh, here she is. What happened to you?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Because they've been around longer, and the church, right? The church, whoever that is, back in the day, started trying to turn them from the matriarchal societies, making it. We've missed the middle. Making it.
I can't. There's no comment in between there.
All right. Yeah, if he didn't love her in this one, she could be vengeful. Yeah, we already read that one. Okay. Where are we at? What's this?
Maybe the concept of like turning.
Love somebody. Yes, he did. He like somebody turned him off of love, and you don't get turned off of love unless you've had your heart broken, and you can't have your heart broken unless you've truly loved someone.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's read Shadows and Ghosts. Here we go. Okay, I think we're all done. All right, so Christina gets right to the heart of it here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Arranged marriage. Yeah, we found out some good stuff about of all the questions that we had before.
Yes. And it seems like the wife, from what I
Oh, come back. Come back. Hang on, I got you.
what happened. I guess like my Wi-Fi maybe cut off for a second. I don't know. But I feel like his wife's being described is if she was really young. Like she was such a sweet girl and like he had affection for her, but like not that kind of affection. And they were cousins also. Right? They were distant cousins, we find out. So maybe she was like a very young teenager, I guess. That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
Or older than that, because they've only been married for. It's been like you said, it's been pretty close that they got married. They just recently were married.
Now, I will say it is interesting, though, that we haven't heard anything really from Rochester yet about any of this, right? This is all from like Mrs. Fairfax, who, like, I mean, I'm not giving up on true love between him and the wife yet. I'm not giving up on it because, like, I feel like back in the day, you wouldn't be all mushy in front of the servants, right?
No.
Yeah. It's curious because Rochester loved somebody. If
Yeah.
it wasn't the wife, I don't know who
Yeah.
it is. All right. So in the original, it was arranged, but then he got tricked somehow in the original.
Okay.
So yeah, at least we don't know. Maybe he was tricked, but we don't know it yet. Okay. So glad that's not a thing. It is still a thing. One of my friends, I mean, she wasn't born in the US, so I should say.
Well, what are we talking about?
Arranged marriages.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and actually in the US, they absolutely still are a thing among some certain groups of people.
Yeah.
I was very glad that I was never forced to marry anyone for any reason.
Yeah. I guess like you could have like I guess traditional arranged marriages probably in other countries, like more traditional like that. But I feel like in America a lot of different cultures they have like we'll look into people and we'll find you a good partner and like that kind of thing. More just like I guess more like maybe traditional religions. They have that kind of like the family knows the person first and then introduces you guys and stuff like that.
And sometimes, I mean, I feel like at least in other cultures that I'm aware of, like they work. These like the marriages seem to work somehow. I can't imagine myself, but they do. All right, Christina brings up a good and interesting point that I also thought about. Like they're putting her in this cottage. They're not putting her in the main house. Interesting? Not interesting?
Why do you think that's interesting? Well, I'm curious why that struck such a special
because why wouldn't you put her in the main house? Like, especially if you think there's ghosts about. And she does the whole like, be careful, like we'll leave the lights on while you're here.
Yeah. I think that to me
in the main house. Like, why wouldn't you stay in the fancy main house where it's nice and warm or whatever?
That I guess didn't strike me as odd, like the light thing. I was like, oh yeah, because it's dark outside. Like, I don't know. I guess, but I mean, definitely, yeah, it definitely could be like, I don't know.
Yeah, Mika, you think Mrs. Fairfax knows something? What kind of something?
Good question.
Is she trying to help her stay away from something in the house?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was going to have her stay in the house.
Yeah, he wanted her to.
Yeah, but he doesn't believe in witches and ghosts, except that he does. So do you think Mrs. Fairfax is trying to protect her from something that's in the house?
Or maybe there's something to do with the cottage. The cottage has something going on with it as well that she wants her in there for a reason. The cottage is very cozy. It's very like, I really like those descriptions. I think this is like kind of like a cozy fantasy book, I guess maybe, or a cozy paranormal book.
It's not a cozy mystery, is it?
No. For solving the death and how all that's going on. Technically a mystery, but it's not a good mystery, no.
There is a mystery with the cozy cottage, but it's not a cozy mystery.
Nope.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, even she does the whole, like, I'm sweeping out the cottage, I'm putting the salt in the corners.
Yes. I think this chapter really confirmed, at least to me, that she is not just someone who likes herbs, she's a witch.
Well, yeah, she actually, and she even says it. She's like, look, I'm giving you the politically correct answer for my employer, but yes, I am a witch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Mr. Rochester's like Mr. Hyde. What do you mean?
Like Jekyll Hyde,
like he has two sides to him?
Maybe, yeah. Like he has a side that's like nice and a side that's like evil.
Wait, why do you think he has an evil side?
I don't know.
Okay, so I haven't missed anything. All right. Yeah, she does say she can come in the main house if something happens.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there is something about the cottage, like that's.
And I don't know. I don't know. I took it as it's we're in the forest, right? It's dark outside. You need lights at nighttime. If something happens because there are animals in the forest, like I live in a very rural area, so I'm like, you gotta keep the lights on outside. If you're going outside, you might see some sort of coyote or something like that out in the wilderness. You gotta be careful. That's what I took it as. But I mean, it is a paranormal book, so maybe I should.
Wonder whose cottage this was, like who you
Yeah.
did, because it's clearly like they've got it all set up for someone to live there.
And it's been continued to be taken care of, yet it is apparently before it predates the building of the castle or the building of the manor.
Yes.
What if it's like a spell room for that lady, that witch lady on the picture has her own room? What if it's like she originally lived there? You know what I'm talking about?
Lady, what are you talking about?
With the painting? The one who's
Oh,
what
yes.
it has to do with her, or what if the manor has always housed witches?
There does have to be something about the witch lady in the painting. You're right, or else they would never have brought her up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when they actually go onto like the manor's property, that is when they feel the chill. So like they're walking up the driveway, totally fine. The minute they enter like the barrier of the manor, then there's something about like witches originally living there and this cottage being a house for witches before the manor was originally built.
Well, she does say, like I highlighted this part where she said something like, boundaries were where magic happened.
Ooh, okay. Is that who says that?
I guess it's like her Jane. It's Jane speaking.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cottage was situated between the house and the apple orchard. It was an ideal spot for a witch. Boundaries were where magic happened. Which seems true, because as soon as they crossed that entrance into the manor, the boundary of the manor, that's where the spirits all are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So okay. I was thinking that too. Yeah.
And that like boundary thing, I think is also a common thing within like, I guess like paranormal lore and stuff like that. Like, I think it's like doorways are apparently like magical. Like a lot of people are like witchcraft, like doorways, entryways, those are where like magic begins. And I don't know. I think that's a very common thing I've heard.
He doesn't believe the staff does know something. He thinks they're making it up.
Yeah.
Oh, it reminded me of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Okay.
So maybe, are you saying maybe he's doing something, doesn't realize he's doing it to get all the staff to leave? And he's like, what do you mean? And they're like, you're crazy. Like maybe, are you referencing something like that?
To bring in a witch.
Yeah. For some reason he's doing that.
Yeah, the original owners were not Rochesters.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, apples are sacred too. I didn't know
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
Oh, like Snow White, the apple, like, is that, I don't know. I'm making this up now. The tree. Okay, so
Oh,
yeah.
yes. The end of that chapter.
Woman, this author is all about the cliffhanger at the end,
Yeah.
so that you have to keep reading. All right, what's going on with this tree that burned down in the night that Mrs. Fairfax has to go and deal with? Why is Mrs. Fairfax dealing with the burning tree? Is she a fireman now? I don't know.
That's a good question. Yes.
In between spaces are magical. That's your doorway thing and the boundary thing. Yes, but the author did her research. Yeah. If you cut an apple in half, the seeds make a cigar shape. Oh, so that's
like you turn it, like you cut in between the core and the like the two ends, right?
Yeah.
No, like I don't know. I mean, I guess if you are a witch, you believe that it's magical. I think it's pretty cool, but.
All right, so we have a tree burning down.
Okay. Are we, since it is, since we only have, like you said, you want it to end.
I know. How long does your thing say if we read one more chapter?
Okay.
Or are we just going to end up on another cliffhanger? Is this a good place to stop? What do you guys?
I honestly I think this is a good place to stop. But let's see. Okay, the next chapter is 23 minutes long. So at 2 speed, let me put that down to 2. At 2 speed, it'll be about around 12 minutes.
All right. I feel like I'm gonna defer to Mika on this because she's in the latest time zone.
Okay, yes, okay. And I'm good ending here. I'm good continuing either way.
I like my temptation is to stop, but I'm like, what? It's the burning tree. Like I feel like where we left off. I want to keep going. So, Mika, what do you think? Should we hold off here? Do you want to read one more chapter? We may end up in the same exact situation with another.
It might be worse. The cliffhanger might be worse.
It might be worse. This is true.
So is it 8 o'clock for you? And it's 9 for Mika?
Yeah, so it's 8 for me, 9 for Mika.
Listen, yeah.
I'm not sleeping well at the moment. Okay. Oh, no.
So you're good to read another chapter?
Yeah. So, Christina says it's a good spot to stop.
Okay.
It is a good spot to stop.
It is a good one, yes. It'll like leave us on a.
It is true. We could keep reading and end up with an even bigger thing. Yeah.
Can Kenny, is Kenny here? Can Kenny tell us if the next chapter is a better place to stop or a worse one? No spoilers, but just facts, you know.
So here's my other question then. Do we want to read like 5, 6, 7 chapters? Well, I guess before we get that, Tina, on Monday, do you want to do regular sprints or do you want to do this?
I think we should do this. And if you want to do that, are you good for next Monday at 12?
Yeah, I'm good for this. I'm good for Monday.
Okay.
So then my question is, do we want to read like 5, 6, 7, 5 chapters or something? And then when we meet on Monday for your sprints, we jump right into talking about those chapters? Or do you want to wait and read what you did today? What do we want to do?
How free are your Wednesdays this month? Okay.
Wednesdays I can do. Hang on, let me make sure that every Wednesday.
Because it was left.
Yeah. It's Wednesday, good.
All right.
The Wednesday after that. So my Wednesdays in January are all. So I have 3 more Wednesdays in January, and I'm all good. And I think that the first Wednesday in February is still good. But I'm waiting for the new schedule for my writing class to come out.
All right. Well, okay. I think we
beginning of February, second week of February, maybe.
How much did we even read today? Let's see. So we have 3 hours and 47 minutes at the start of the chapter we're on now. Okay, so we read about an hour today.
We're at 22% according to my Kindle.
Okay. If we read another chapter, then we'll be at 25%. and we can try to knock it out in 4 sprints.
Okay. All right. I'm tempted to say let's read in our own time and just talk about it on Monday or Wednesday.
Okay.
I'd rather wait unless I get too curious. Yeah, I'm at 22% on my Kindle. All right, well, let's go somewhere in the middle. Why don't we read? Let's read the one more chapter to at least get through the tree. What is the deal with the tree?
Yeah. If more comes up, then we'll have to wait for that one.
Right. We'll wait for what comes after. But let's at least, so before we meet on Monday, read the next chapter called Blackthorn, right? Is that the next chapter?
Okay. So no more reading today.
No more reading today.
Okay. Unless we do it by ourselves, but not on sprints.
Right. Nothing on sprints. We're going to stop sprints. Before Monday, read Blackthorn. You know what? I'm going to type this in the comments in case anybody comes and looks at it later.
I'll also put that in I'll also put that in the Instagram thing. So read one more chapter by ourselves.
Before Tina's sprints on Monday.
And I'll get those scheduled.
Yes, we have homework.
Yeah.
Read the chapter titled Blackthorn. Why can I not type? Blackthorn. We'll start Tina's sprints talking about what the heck happened with the tree. And whatever else comes up. Then we'll read together from there.
Okay.
All right. Oh, something weird happened with my. Oh, I guess because maybe it only lets you do a certain number of characters before it breaks it up. All right, so that sounds like a plan. Mika, I hope you start sleeping better.
Yes. Hopefully you have a good night. Hopefully it's a good night tonight. Hopefully.
Okay, let me put this up just for fun.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. And then we'll go for a couple of hours on Monday with Tina. And then we'll go again next Wednesday here. And then we should be able to finish this by the end of the month, right?
Yeah. I think 4 sessions, like by I guess next Monday. Not this Monday, but the next Monday after that, we should be done probably.
All right. And then we can figure out if we want to read another book or if we want to do just regular sprints for a while before we do another book. So yeah. All right. This sounds fun. Yeah. This was super, super fun.
It was really, yes. I'm glad we ended up liking the book. Like I was very like, I'm not gonna like this book.
I know. I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know if I like Jane Eyre. And I still don't know if I like Jane Eyre, like the actual book, but this is really so far pretty interesting. And I feel like like it was a little bit slow, a little bit like I had to kind of get into it at the beginning because of the language and I had to like slow down and like figure out what was going on. But now I'm like, ooh, I have to like stop myself from reading it tonight. I finished the book. I totally see why Kenny was like, I'm halfway through.
Binging right through it. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Because you do want to just keep reading.
Yeah.
But I am not going to. Only going to read one more chapter. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I guess that's it for today then. For me anyways. I don't know. Tina, are you going back to sprints on your channel? Just regular sprints or something? No.
No. Probably not.
Have lunch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go have more than just popcorn as a meal today.
Yeah. All right. Well, then thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Very, very fun. I'll maybe see you guys somewhere in the next couple of days, but if not, I will see you Monday.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you. See you later.
You guys. Bye.